Hi, everybody, and welcome back once again to Fatopia. We are in Pandolin, and I'm joined once again with Rich, Dogmore, and Angus. Angus is collecting wood, uh, tinder, and stuff to try to burn this big pile of bodies left over from the war. Rich, however, is looking for his little pal Erich, and Rich, you happen to hear something over near the pile of bodies? Someone having a little too much fun?
Yes. Do I find my little friend?
You get over to this pile of bodies and you see a dude standing about, I don't know. I mean, he's roughly 2 foot 8 inches, naked, covered in blood, and jumping down this pile of bodies like a slide. Whee! Man, this is so much fun! Runs back up to the top. Yeah! Jumps back down again. Woo!
Eric, would you mind taking a bath real quick, getting some clothes on, and coming and investigating an old abandoned house with me?
Oh, hey, buddy. Oh, hey, you should try this.
I think it would be just too much fun for me.
All right, suit yourself. Whee! He jumps down. He lands. Comes walking over to you. So, what are we doing today, big man?
We're going to investigate an abandoned building to see if we can find some kerosene.
And I need clothes for this.
I think it would be better walking around with everybody. There'll be everybody around. I think there'll be less fuss if you had clothes on.
All right, fine. And he walks over. His house is literally right here, which is why he's seen the big pile of bodies as soon as he woke up. Um, and he goes into his house to get cleaned. You look over, you see Angus off in the woods. You hear some people crying because now you're kind of near where the bodies of the locals are, and people identifying people, and some bodies not being identified, and just a big old mess over where you're standing.
Uh, well, I'm waiting on Eric. I do my best to comfort anybody I see that's upset.
You look over and you see a older woman who is standing over um, two particular bodies, and she keeps going back and forth, and she keeps just stop, and she'll kind of sob uncontrollably, and then she goes back to kind of looking at him and like picking up the hands and looking at the hands and going back to the face and then crying, and then going over to the other one and kind of doing the same thing and then crying. Uh, that's the one you're closest to.
I tell her, I'm so sorry for your loss, ma'am. I'm sure they fought bravely.
I I don't know which one's my son. Does that make me a bad mom? I I don't know if either of them are even him.
Okay, out of character. Or like they missing their heads or something?
You start looking the bodies over and you realize that one of them has a cut mark of a sword that went all the way through the skull down to the bottom jowl, and the jaw was kind of it's the face is all messed up. And then you look at the other one and its face was pommeled in to almost a bloody mulch by what looks like some kind of hard object, maybe a hammer.
You're not a bad mother, ma'am. This is just the horrors of war. Don't be hard on yourself.
Uh, she kind of looks at you and nods, and she says, uh, "I told him not to go. I I said he could come with us. I just got back this morning."
I don't know if it'll help any, but he probably was doing it because he knew he was trying to protect you.
Thank you, thank you. She breaks down crying.
My pleasure, ma'am.
You then hear your old little friend. Hey, big man!
Yes, Eric.
You ready?
Don't happen to know where Oko is, do you?
Oh, yeah, he was carrying his yeah, come here, uh, his daughter, and he's walking that way.
So he took her away from Angus's freezer?
I, I don't know. He was carrying her, and he was walking that way.
Crap! Need to tell Angus about this. He went into the woods. Let's go find him.
Oh, I thought we were going to someone's house, man.
Something. Well, this. Since you gave me this information, this is a little more important.
All right. You guys head over to the woods where you see Angus. He's got a nice pile of tinder, and he's kind of happily making little logs of wood.
Angus, bit of an emergency. Me and Eric was about to head over to the abandoned house, but he told me that he saw Oko heading that way with his daughter. He took her from your freezer.
Wait a minute. Back this up. I told him I might be able to help bring her back. I told him to put her in the freezer for safekeeping. He goes in there and takes her out.
Yeah, that was my thoughts exactly. That's why I came and told you.
Not my problem.
So we're not going after him.
I'm not.
Hey, I like this plan already.
I was gonna leave that up to you. It was your decision. So if you're good with that, I'm good with that. Me and Eric will proceed to the abandoned house.
If he wants to, if he thinks of a better plan, if he thinks he has a better plan, I'm assuming he feels no hope. I'm assuming he's going to bury the body. If that's how he feels, I can't. There's no change in his mind. We have bigger fish to fry. If he wants to,
I agree with.
there's no helping that.
So, what are you
I agree
doing?
with you, Angus. I was just gonna get your opinion on it.
I'm piling up some wood, making a pile of firewood, making some kindling so we can burn the dead bodies of the enemy.
Oh, we're having a bonfire?
I guess you can say that, yes.
Oh, moving here was the best idea yet.
Well, Angus, I would rather have you come with us to the abandoned house. So how about we help you move this wood and this kindling, and then you can come with us.
Abandoned house?
I said that in the first place, Eric.
Ah, man. I thought you said, I just heard house. I thought someone was going to be making food. Do they have a well?
It's an old, spooky, abandoned, falling apart house.
Is there a well?
I'm not sure. Possibly.
I'm in.
Hadn't he already said that they had cleaned the house out? There was nothing in the house?
Are you asking me?
I
or were you
don't
talking?
know.
Well, I remember you saying that the house was abandoned and cleaned out and everything was gone.
Yeah, the old man told you how they were storing stuff there and everything was gone. Yeah.
Everything was gone. That's why that's why I'm doing this.
There also might be something there that only we can sense because we have powers.
Let me get done with this and we'll go. I'm getting this accomplished first. I'm one track minded. If I get sidetracked, I forget.
We gotta chop down trees?
Yes.
Let's go! Eric grabs his axe and he gets right to work. He just starts a chopping, just knocking down any tree he can.
He, he sure can chop pretty good for more than a little guy, I would have thought.
How much wood do I have at the current moment?
All right, so you've been going for about, let's say, all that took about 20 minutes with him stopping, talking to that lady, Eric taking a shower, Eric coming back, and then walking over to you, you having to walk there. So by the time you got over there, you've gotten a really good pile of tinder. That would take real easy time. Oh, and I mean, you're one hell of a chopper at wood apparently, and you got a lot of logs. Uh, a lot of logs.
All right, this is when I turn to them and turn to them and say, "Let's light it up."
In the woods.
Well, I was talking about the pile of dead bodies.
Oh, you gotta be careful
Yeah.
around Erich.
That's, yeah. I was talking about the dead bodies.
Erich came running over with a trying to start a fire, and he goes, "Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, the dead bodies." And all right, so you guys get a lot of wood together. I'm gonna say with all three of you working on it, it don't take very long at all. You guys now can start carrying it over. We'll say it took you about an hour altogether collecting and then carrying over to the bodies. Now you got the wood and the tinder and everything you need to create this bonfire right next to the bodies. So
All
what's the
right.
plan now?
Gather everybody together that wants to watch and light it up.
I guess make a decent pile of wood in one area filled with wood and small sticks and all that would start easily, and then randomly put a log in places to where once it gets there and it's hot enough and it catches fire, it will help spread the fire over the bodies.
Seems like a good plan. Seems like a decent plan. Um, Eric's just gonna be like, "Hey, I'm all up for the fire, like everybody else, obviously. Um, should we wait for some of these other bodies to get picked first, or do we just throw them on too? Like they are pretty close." And then my other question, and this is more for personal than anything, can we wait until it's darker?
To answer your first question, not all of these bodies are going to be burned. Some of these are loved ones that they want to bury.
Gotcha.
Why are you wanting to wait till dark?
'Cause man, a roaring fire like
Because
this in the dark, I could lay over there.
believe it or not, I actually see his.
Oh,
Believe it or not, I actually see his point, and I agree with him.
I'm assuming it's about noon at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock
yeah,
as we're playing now.
yep.
How big is the pile of bodies?
It seems to be still getting bigger. You're still seeing people bring over a body every now and then and toss one on.
Don't y'all think it might be a good idea to start the fire now so we don't get overwhelmed with the stench of dead bodies and have to stay up with the fire continuously all night?
I mean, if that's the problem, I'll stay up. Uh, I mean, what
If
happens
you
if they
want,
just burn all down before nightfall? Then it's just kind of like a bummer, man.
I tell you what, if you want, we can wait. If you really want to stay up all night watching a fire,
Yeah, we could get hammered. Oh, Eldridge
there ain't
wine.
There ain't no we here. Nighttime, I'm going to bed.
What about you, Rich?
If Patty's here, I may bring her over and join you, and we'll sit around the fire.
I tell you what, I give you one even better. And Patty and Rich would not want to be a part of this. Wait till nightfall. You get hammered drunk and you can dance naked around the fire.
Erich looks at you and says, "Hey, Rich, that's Patty, right? Over there,
Oh,
standing. Not the bodies. Don't look at the bodies. Look over the bodies. Over there, talking to Market douchebag."
holy crap! Patty! Patty!
She sees you and she kind of comes hurriedly walking your way. She gets over there and she says, "Hey, Rich, Bob was injured. Bob's at the office. You need Bob. You come."
Okay, I'm coming. I give her like a quick little peck on the lips, and I go.
And Rich takes off with Patty towards the doctor's office. And what are you doing, Angus?
Well, I'm waiting for I'm waiting for him to answer my question. But if he wants to dance naked around a fire at night, hammered drunk while
Oh,
everybody else is asleep,
oh, I mean, I'm gonna be hammered drunk even before everybody's asleep and naked.
all right.
Like as soon as we light the fire, naked.
Did I see Rich leave, or and
Yeah,
did I
yeah.
see
You
Patty?
you heard that whole situation, and they took off walking as soon as she said that. So you heard all that.
I follow him. I follow Rich.
So you guys follow Erich.
I'm thinking maybe my mom is there, so I follow him.
Erich does not go. So you get. God damn it! You get over to the doctor's office over here, next to Patty's house. You get inside and you see up on the table a wounded Bob, um, who's not conscious. You see Betty standing over Bob, kind of in tears. When she sees you, Rich, she instantly gives you a hug, and she says that they found him in between your house and the neighbors.
I ask Patty, how bad is it?
She lifts up the um, towel, which looks like it's doused in some kind of medicine, covered in this bluish, greenish tint, but the blood's starting to turn it all black. And she lifts it open, and you can see some of the same potiony liquid in the wound, but like on the other times that you've seen this potion used, it starts to heal the wound, but you notice that his wound isn't healing. And it's just kind of pooled in the wound, and blood still pouring out around it.
I tell Betty the last time I saw him, I was fighting with him. We fought off some soldiers, and I tried to give him a health potion, but he he wouldn't take it. He told me to go help my friends.
And then she asks you, teary-eyed. I can't do the voice, but she's like, "Wait, do you do you know where he was?"
Uh, he was at the blacksmith shop, I think. I think he was near the blacksmith shop.
They found the blood coming from out of the house. No one's been in the house yet.
Whose house?
Your house.
My house?
She nods her head, yes.
Uh, has Angus has arrived by now, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's right behind you. He's hearing all this.
Angus, will you come to meet it with me? Will you come with me to investigate my house?
Hang on 1 second.
Angus, you also see your mom standing there too, because she's friends with
Well, I'll
Betty.
run over and give her a hug.
She gives you a hug. She whispers, "Thank God you're okay. We'll talk more later."
Hang on 1 second. I'm looking up. I have okay, never mind. I don't look like it'll be any good.
Yeah, remember,
Uh
Patty is a a really good doctor. Like she has all the spells and potions and stuff. If someone would be able to save him, it'd be her.
well, I wish that information were being handed to know 5 seconds ago, but okay.
I thought this was already known, but my
Well,
bad.
no, it's my bad because I do have a tendency to forget. I was actually looking through my
Remember,
stuff and seeing.
you're in her doctor's office.
Yeah, but I do have cantrips and spells, and I was seeing if I
Yeah,
had something that
yeah.
could help.
She's a cleric as well.
Oh,
She has a lot of healing spells.
yeah. So I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say I probably don't have anything that would help.
Not 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 right now. Not in this situation.
All right. Uh, yeah, I go after hearing that information. I go with him.
So you guys you go out the doctor's office, outside, and you guys go to Rich's house, which I don't know if it's in here. Yes, it is. All right, you guys, you walk in. You get right about here, and you can see blood from one of the kitchen chairs dragged out the back door.
I see. I want to. Excuse me. I want to roll and see if I can detect magic.
Go ahead and roll.
I rolled a 17.
Yes, you feel that same familiar dark magic.
I let Rich know.
I think we should follow the blood trail out the back door.
You get out the back of the house, you see the neighbor's dwarf house, and you see a big pile of blood, uh, and some footprints, all out the back door.
Okay.
All the footprints.
The footprints lead. Roll a d20.
Both of us.
Yeah, if you're looking to investigation.
I see it. I wrote in that
I
20.
rolled a 12 plus whatever it was.
All right, so you see that most of the footprints seem to turn and go towards the doctor's office. With your nat 20, Angus, you look and you see a set of footprints that go the opposite way and go up the hill.
I decided to follow those. I let Rich know as well that these are going up the hill. These more than likely are Patty's going back to the doctor's office, but there's a set going up this hill.
Yeah, let's follow the ones up the hill. I agree.
You get up the hill to this up the hill ways, and it's up here just a little bit further than what I have on a map. And you get up here, and you see that they just kind of stop as it goes into an open field.
And just kind of disappear, stop, what?
Yep, they just stop.
They teleported somewhere, apparently, is my first thought. But let me sit here and roll for
Or
magic,
there's
see if
somebody still in the field.
then where's the body if the footprints the footprints stop and disappear. Let me roll investigation, see if I can detect, see anything or anything like that.
Roll.
Yeah, I see nothing.
All right,
I rolled a 5.
Rich, any ideas?
Investigation roll.
Okay.
I'm going to do an investigation roll. 16 plus 3, 19.
With a 19, you investigate. You look around. You see that the footprints just stop right at the edge of the field.
And I'm going to roll for magic, see if I detect magic.
Try it again.
That's what I was just about to ask you to do.
I rolled a 17.
17, you detect that familiar dark magic.
I let him know that dark magic was here. Apparently, whoever it is has teleported. I'm assuming.
How big is this field?
I mean, pretty big. It's pretty wide and open. You would know that this path is what heads into the mountains, where the treehouse, uh, witch lives.
Yeah. Abatha?
Abatha, I believe, but don't quote me on
Abatha?
that. One of the Bethas.
Okay.
It's not Libetha.
I tell Angus that somebody obviously got away and they got tired of walking, so we know what might be in this direction. I think we should go to the treehouse and investigate.
Go to the treehouse with the witch that eats dwarves, and you're asking a dwarf to go back to where he has had so much trauma.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
We're gonna take the halfling with us.
Again, you're going to take a dwarf to a place where he's had trauma and heard horrible stories.
Remember, I have warp spells now. I can warp us right out of there.
I don't think you understand how terrified he is to go there.
How about I let you ride on my back?
How about y'all go by yourselves? There
I
might be
tried that
another.
before. It didn't work out very well.
There might be something I can do better than sit there and pee my pants. Could we not try to make a sacrifice and see if we can teleport to wherever this being went? The
There's no portal or anything.
How about this? Now, I don't have the teleportation ability, so I don't know if I'm dead in the wrong. Let me know. Could you not concentrate on this on these footsteps and concentrate on take me to where this person is? Could we not do that?
Oh, it has to be somewhere I've been before.
Okay, see, I didn't know all that. I don't know. Hmm.
You know what? If you're too afraid to go, I'll ask Eric if he wants to go and investigate with me.
That might, yeah, that might be something this situation might be a good idea for us to to split. I know we say never separate the party, but they might be another matter that I can handle while y'all do that. We are,
Right.
you know what?
I'm gonna go try. I'm gonna
You
go
know
tell
what?
Patty what we found,
Time
and then
out.
I'm gonna try.
Back it up a little bit.
Okay.
I'm in. This, I mean, is it against my better judgment? I think it might be
Okay.
to saving him might be. I'll swallow my fear and go. Trying to save Bob. That is his name, right?
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. We're gonna go back and tell Patty what we found, what my theory is, and we're gonna try to find Eric and get him to go with us.
As you're walking back, let's see, about here, you see an older dwarf standing right here, just staring at this patch of grass.
All right. Well, I ask him.
I kind of walk up and say, "Oh yeah, go ahead."
I ask him what's. You okay?
Do you, do you see it?
See what?
You don't. You don't see it.
Well, there you go. I just rolled to see if I can see what he's seeing, and I rolled a 12.
Do you, do you see it?
Oh, do I?
I don't know. Do you see it?
I walk up and I ask, "What do you see, sir?"
What am I looking for?
It's a it's a face. Do you see it?
Yeah, I do.
What what does it want?
Do I? Can I? Have you tried talking to it?
You don't hear it?
Maybe if I concentrate.
So you guys both see the
I
face?
whisper to, I, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but I whisper to Angus, "Detect magic."
Oh, hey, there you go. I rolled a 19 to detect magic.
You detect that black magic presence really strong,
Uh,
and you start to concentrate on the face, and it's almost like you think you saw it blink, and you stare a little harder, and you realize that it's Abatha's face.
I let Rich
Tabitha,
know.
not Libitha.
Abatha.
I let Rich know what I'm seeing and the face and everything. And
I'm actually gonna. I'm gonna say, Abatha, what do you want?
You Angus, see the face smile, and then go back to being a blank face.
uh, Rich, she smiled. Whatever she wants, it involves you. I'm
Does this
guess.
have
I'm
something
guessing.
to do with my father, Abatha?
How hard are you concentrating on this face?
Who, me or him?
Him. You already concentrated on it and can see the movements.
I, I'm watching very closely.
You look so hard that you think that you can almost see her where she's at, and you hear, "Why are you living in the past, honey? Why don't you come to the present?" And in a minute, Rich disappears
Oh.
in a flash. Angus,
Um, is the
oh,
old man still there?
he's staring wide mouthed, wide eyed, and he looks over at you. He's like, did you see that?
Yeah, I did. I have an idea. And it falls. You and I getting out of here.
Oh, I'm with
Come,
you, buddy.
come, come with me.
He chases after you. I mean, if you
Come
take off
with
running,
me.
he is booking it with you. You've never seen an old dwarf run as fast as he is trying to keep up with you right now. And Rich, you open your eyes and you're in the treehouse.
Okay.
You look around and you don't see anyone there, but you hear, "Go to the library."
As well.
Hang on, I gotta switch to the treehouse. I don't know how to get out of this. So we're just gonna close it. And I'm going to reopen the treehouse. And we're going to reshare. Check OBS. Looks good. Alright, back to. God dang it. Here? Alright. You go up the stairs. You notice that all the blood has been cleaned up from when Libetha died. You get up to the library and you see a cup of coffee that is hot, steam still rising from it. Next to it, you see a little
I'm
black
sure as heck not drinking that.
you see a little black book next to it. Well, not a little, a normal sized
I'll
book.
read the book, but I ain't touching the coffee.
Do you touch the book, or are you just reading it?
Well, I mean, I have to touch the book to like turn the pages and stuff, don't I?
So you grab the book.
Against my better judgment, yes.
You grab the book, and in a
Probably.
moment, you wake up, and you are in your old mansion. It's kind of a misty area, kind of dark, kind of doesn't feel exactly right. You look around. The mansion looks pretty much how it did when you were a kid. You hear, "Kids, come down for supper." Familiar voice.
Not really
You,
knowing what's going on, I'm gonna go down for supper.
you make it down the stairs. You turn the corner, and at the table, your dad, your mom, your sister, waiting for you. "Rich, come sit down. Come eat with us."
I'm in, Mom.
And Angus, back to you.
I make it back to the town. I go straight for Patty and the doctor's office and mom and and let them know what happened.
You
Uh,
you get back.
oh, is the old man still following me?
Yes, he's right behind you.
I Okay, and as we're going there, I ask him what is his name.
Oh, Benny.
Benny. Nice to meet you. Wish it was under better circumstances. I am Angus Dagum.
Oh, you're Dangum.
Yes.
Your mom. I love her pie. Oh, that's your
Seems
mom's
like
right over
everybody.
there.
Yeah, it seems like it is. Seems like everybody loves her pie.
Oh, best pie I've ever had.
Well, I go and let them know what happened, what we saw, what would happen, and let them know that Rich vanished.
Betty and Patty break down crying. Your mom looks at you and says, "Do you have any idea where he went?"
I have no earthly clue.
Ah, well, that's.
Y'all still hearing me?
Yeah.
I mean, no, you're not.
Okay,
You're not here.
I had like a notification.
um.
I
Uh.
swear I can still hear his voice.
I I can still hear his voice. Um. But no, you. She says, "What? Don't you think you should try to figure out how or where he went?"
Uh,
I mean, it seems like it's up to you, Angus.
what time is it?
It's about noon.
Well, help me if you go to eat before coming to rescue me.
I go get
I can still hear his voice.
I decided to go get what's his name?
Erich?
Eric. He's I know he's probably naked, slide down the bodies and everything.
No, you find Erich actually helping direct people to the bodies nearest the fire, trying to move the bodies or find out who they belong to get them away from the bonfire.
Well, I asked him to come with me. I'm going to go back there. I'm going to see if I can detect and see if by any chance I know where Rich went.
You you start to head back up the hill, and Erich. So what exactly are we doing?
Well, Rich is gone. He
What?
vanished. He vanished somewhere.
He left us here?
I don't think it was by choice.
Oh man,
And I'm going to see if I can detect where he went.
stuff just always happening to you guys, ain't it?
If it ain't one thing, it's another. Just another day in paradise.
All right. Well, whoa, is that a face on the ground?
It is.
Well, that thing's gnarly. It's like it's all made of grass, but like it's staring at me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so what are we doing?
I'm going to talk to the face.
You're gonna talk to.
Yeah,
Are you okay?
probably not.
All right. So another question. You you know them storybooks they used to read to us as kids? Is
Yeah,
is that the witch that would eat little people?
yeah.
I'm out. I'm out. Goodbye. You're on your own. I wish you the very best.
Hmm. Can't believe
Erich
I'm not.
Erich takes off walking down the hill. Nope. Nope. You hear as he's walking away. Can't believe I'm 2'8", he yells back up the hill. 2'8", and he walks away some more. Then he comes. Then he kind of comes walking back slowly. God damn it. I fucking God damn it. Stands next to you. I swear. Oh.
I look over at the face. Where is Rich?
The face smiles.
I can smile too. Where is Rich?
You're starting to really concentrate on this face. And that's when you're starting to look through the eye. And
Okay.
it's almost like you can see a place on the other side of that eye, like feel like that's where she's at, and it's the treehouse. And now, if you focus any harder, you start to feel like you're being pulled.
Can I unfocus and see if I get unpulled?
You unfocus, and immediately everything goes back to normal, except for the face still being on the grass.
I'm, mm. I look over at Eridge and say, "Let's go back to town."
You don't have to tell me twice, man.
And I go back and let them know that it might not be a good idea for me to go after him because
In this present moment.
yeah, in this present moment,
Do you say that out loud?
I maybe church it up better than that.
You
Like he he's in that tree house. He's in the tree house, the witch that eats people.
Well, shouldn't you get there? Or sorry, that's supposed to be a girl's voice. Isn't it? Well, shouldn't you get there?
What do you expect me to do?
Save him?
I'm trying to remember who's left in the party that I might can get to help me go get him because this is gonna. I'm gonna need help. I gotta look for Ogar or whatever his name is.
Oko?
Oko.
So
Is he back?
how you gonna find Oko?
I'm gonna see if he's low. If I'm gonna see if he's here.
He's not here.
Oh crap!
He left, remember?
Well, people do come back. Hmm. I look over at Aries and I tell him what I'm fixing to do. I tell him you can either stay back or you can join me. I'm not going to force you to do anything,
You going to the treehouse?
but I'm going to see if by any chance I can save Rich. I look over at my mom. I let her know what I'm about to do, give her my final goodbyes if I never see her again.
Your mom says she's got all the faith in the world in you and that you'll pull this off.
And with that, I go to the treehouse.
All right. Erich, he comes with you. He reluctantly. At first he was like, nope, and he kind of fought it. But eventually he just started following you there. He came around. He was like, he finally said, I'm not going to let you die. I'd never live it down. All
Crazy.
right.
Go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
How much longer are we going to play?
How long do you want to play?
Probably until about 2.
That'll work for me.
All right. So we get to the front door, and it's closed.
Well, I'm not even going to knock. I'm going to walk on in.
You walk on in, and you hear singing immediately. Oh, da da da. I got the dog more. Oh, do dee.
Hammer in hand, I shout, "Where is he?"
Oh, My dear, I didn't.
No deer here. Where is he?
Why, you're hidden on that floor down there. Why don't you come up here to the present? She snaps her fingers, and you're now standing next to her up on the in the library on the second floor. You and Erich, boom, just pop up. You look over, you see Rich's body on the sofa. He's got a hold of that book, and you see that she was like wrapping him up with like some kind of cloth.
I'm taking him with me.
Why, my dear? I don't think you
I don't think it's
understand.
up for debate.
Hmm. I think that you might want to give me a second. God damn it. There it is. Okay. I need you to roll me a DC strength saving throw.
Hang on a second. My phone locked up on me. 16.
And let's see, does you both got 16. Wow. You fail the save throw, and a wall of force grabs both of you and shoves you up against the opposite wall, and is now holding you there. She says, "My dear."
Wait, was anything supposed to be added to that, Angus?
I added it.
Oh, okay.
She says, "My dear, I think you haven't realized exactly the quality. No, that's not it. The hmm, the opportunity. No, I've never been good with words. Um. Anyway, I'm winning. You're losing. That's what I have to say about that."
Oh.
She goes back to wrapping up the last wrap she had to go around the waist of Rich, and then one around the chest to hold the book in place. And she says, "While you're still stuck there, before I go, I want you to know that I really didn't mean you guys any harm. Although you do look delicious, Angus."
Okay, I'm stuck, right?
Yes.
I can't do nothing.
Roll a d20 to see if you can break it.
And that dice is going into dice jail.
Alright, so you don't make it out. Let's see if Erich does.
Just for kicks and giggles. I'm going to tell you what I was going to do.
Huh.
I was going to spit in her face. Just for
She.
kicks and giggles, I'm going to tell you.
Well, I'll tell you, or at least let the story unfold, and you can figure out what Erich got. Um, she goes on, says, "I'm gonna turn Rich over to his daddy, and I am gonna take the rightful spot at."
Oh, I'm frozen. Can I talk?
You can talk.
His dying daddy?
Dying.
He is slowly dying.
What did you do?
We stuck him with a holy sword or sort of light.
So
Mr.
Rock,
Dogmore is slowly dying.
so he needs me.
He is currently. Oh no. Oh no! Well, no back going now. He's currently turned to stone.
Medusa?
Mm-hmm.
So that paused is dying. So I just need to get him out of stone and re-heal him.
No
Okay.
going back now. No going back now. I don't put my foot in my mouth now.
Alright. Well, this was, informative, little one, and, I see your
Can
little
I?
friend here.
Can I? Can I attempt to spit in her face?
You could try. D20.
I wrote an 18.
You hit. She wipes it out of her face, and she says, "You're lucky I have bigger issues to attend to. And tell your little friend to quit playing like he's stuck. I already know that he's not." Erich leaps forward and tries to stab her, and she banishes him, and he disappears.
And doing that, I'm assuming she has to keep her concentration on me to keep me.
So it broke her concentration,
So without free me,
and you just fell from the
I
wall.
I'm going to attempt to hit her with my battle hammer, warhammer. See if I can do something.
She looks up. She sees that she dropped that spell. She looks back at Rich, and she warps away.
Oh, darn.
But she did not grab Rich.
She didn't grab Rich.
Nope, she warped. She was. It would have took a couple steps, which would have gave you opportunity to swing, and she knew she had to get out of there, so she just disappeared.
I look for a sharp device to cut Rich free. Not touching the book.
You pull out a little dagger that you got on you, and you cut away the rope that she had tied around all his chest, his arms, his waist, his legs. And now you just got a Rich who's asleep and holding this book.
Would I have anything that could bring him back?
So you're sitting there and you're really wanting to bring him back, and you concentrate long enough that you start to feel that familiar feeling poking at you. Do you close your eyes and follow it?
Yes.
You close your eyes, and there you are in that misty darkness, and Libetha standing before you. She says, "Hi, darling."
Hey.
So I see that he grabbed the book again, or he got put in the book again.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's one way to pull him out without him finding the portal on his own.
What is this? That.
You remember that orbish pyramid um, thing that Ross carried?
Out of character, I do not, but in character, I guess I do.
It was the thing that froze you all in place
Yes,
when
yes, yes.
and he went to go kill. Um, there's a counter orb that I believe is sitting on my desk, and it should
Mm-hmm.
be able to pull him out of this spell.
Okay,
You set it on the book, and you'll be able to touch the book without going into it.
okay. Well, that's the plan, I guess. After she tells me this, I say thank you very much. Is there anything else I need to know?
Just go before this is too long and affects you.
And then I finish back out, come back to reality.
You come back to reality, and this time you realize that you're on a knee and your hands kind of hunched over and you're holding yourself up. You feel a sharp pain in the back of your head,
Okay.
and you're able to take a minute, regain yourself, and stand up. But you can kind of feel this, like it's kind of like you were stabbed in the back of the head.
Okay.
Just no wound.
Do I take any health points?
Not this time.
Okay. Then I exit the treehouse and I make my way to go get this stone, this pyramid stone.
You
I go ahead.
you you know that she lives back next to Rich's old mansion,
Mm-hmm.
which is a 2-day travel from Pandalin.
Oh gosh. Could I try teleporting?
You do have the warp spell, but you've never done it up to now.
This
Uh,
is a good enough time to try it, I guess.
you ready?
Yes.
Now remember, Rich got this was the one time Rich rolled good and actually got lucky, and he uh expertised, we'll say, the or perfected or however you want to say it, the proficient, the warp spell rather quickly. Um,
Well, right now time is not on my side. I gotta shoot for I gotta shoot in the dark.
so just know that the spell can go array, right?
Oh, I'm aware.
All right. So you
That's how I
think,
got good at that.
yeah, you literally sucked in combat, but anytime it came to a roll that was like beneficial to other things, you were good at. It was that was kind of like the norm for a little while. Like combat, you were useless, but boy, could you warp them somewhere. Um, um, but anyway, you're thinking real hard of live with his house. You
Hmm.
you know that you have to have something to help focus this power, which you have live with the spell book. So
I
you grab the spell book, you're holding it, you're thinking of Libetha's house. You want to go to Libetha's house. Roll a d20.
18.
With an 18, you warp away. You open this little circle and you step through it. And as you step through it, you feel a lot of emotions. You get to the other side and you are in Libetha's uh, Libetha's house. You look around, you see that's basically how she left it. Some spider webs and dust is starting to form. There's a lot of things about, but you know which desk she's talking about because she's in your head, and she kind of
Hmm.
directs you exactly where she wants you to go, which is
Okay.
which is into her office, her room, and you see this black stone sitting on her desk, and you noticed that when you looked at the book that this thing would fit perfectly on the emblem of the book.
Okay.
And another thing that you're learning is you feel like you could warp like once, maybe two more times, and so you realize that you have a limit on warping. It's like a inner feeling.
And I'm guessing after a rest, a long rest, I'll get these warps back.
Yes, after every sleep, you get depending if you take a half a sleep, you only get one back. If you take a full rest, you get them all back.
Well, again, time not on daggum side. I have no other option but to use another warp to see if I can go back to the
Yeah,
to.
and again, you're not proficient in it yet, so you grab your spell book. You really got to concentrate. You want to focus on that treehouse, and you want to head for the treehouse.
Mm-hmm.
And roll a d20.
Hang on. I wrote a 2.
All right, with a 2. 1 second. Let's see. Let's do. All right, so 36. The jail, Renovia. Jail, Renovia. You you end up in the jail, uh, in the little town of Renovia, where you
I tried.
where you
I,
rescued Bob.
all right. Well, I have one more warp spell. I am going to go for broke and use it. My last one to see if I can get to the treehouse.
You hear some guards. Hey, did you hear that? Outside the door, as you grab the spell book and you think of the treehouse hard, and you roll that d20.
I rolled a 12.
God damn it.
I know.
Oh.
32.
Wait a minute. Can I use one of my hero points?
Yes, yes, yes. Roll a hero point. I will allow it.
Thank God. 19.
With a 19, you open your portal, and you walk through it, and you end up right in the treehouse, right next to Rich's body.
Ooh. All right.
Erich looks at you and he's like, "Hey, you left me in this damn house alone. You didn't tell me where you were going. Nothing. You just pulled out that fucking dusty book and you took off."
Shut up.
Who's banished?
Oh yeah, he was banished, wasn't he? Well, he's
Yeah,
back.
that's right. That's
He's
right.
back now.
I just tell him to shut up. I go and place the pyramid stone on the book.
And when you do that, you notice that the book starts to, like, how do I explain this?
Dilate, maybe?
Like a shimmer of light spreads across the book, like a almost like a protective cover of magic.
Yeah.
And you grab the book?
Well, you said after this I was able to grab the book, so yeah, I grab it.
You set that stone on the book. You see the shimmer of light. You pick up the book carefully, because I know how tripped out being in this treehouse makes Angus. And as you do that, Rich, you're sitting there with your family eating this meal, probably having a great conversation. Uh, when all of a sudden you blink and you blink again, and you're looking at the ceiling, it's starting to look like a treehouse, and you look over and Angus is standing there.
Well, I put the book down
I
after he's talked or whatever.
sit up and I say, "What happened?"
You tell me.
I remember touching the book, and then I was back as a kid at a mansion with my family.
There you go.
How were you able to touch the book?
Well, I had to learn teleproportion, which I'm not very good at the present moment.
Did you just say present moment?
At the moment, need to get proficient in it, and
Oh,
I got this
with that
pyramid.
stone.
Yes.
Oh, well, I thought you'd already relayed that to me. Go ahead. Go ahead.
With the stone, I'm able to touch the book.
That means with that stone, you can read it now.
Is that the case? Can I read the book with the stone?
Try to. You gonna
I'm
try?
going. I'm going to see if I can. Sure, why not?
You open the cover. First page is blank. You flip to the next page. The next page is blank. You flip to the next page. That page is blank.
I let Rich. All I see is blank
Okay,
pages.
so
What do you
that's
see?
probably there goes that idea. Let me try using the stone and
So you grab the book, leaving the stone on the cover, and you flip through the pages. First page, it's blank. Second page, it's blank. Third page, it's blank. Fourth page, they're all blank.
okay, neither one of us
Eric.
can read this right now, but it can't hurt us. I think it can only, if we leave it here, it can only be used against us. I think it's safer to take it with us since it can't hurt us now.
You do know we have a third person here. Let's see if is
Oh,
Eric's bag. Let's see if he can read it.
Oh, Erich isn't really
okay.
back. He was banished.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay,
I was just joking to go along with it. But
okay.
yeah,
I thought he was back.
no, he is banished. Rich was right. I forgot. I
Oh,
thought you just ditched him, and then Rich reminded me.
okay.
So yes, Erich is missing in action.
Okay. This time I'll use one of my warp spells to take us back to Handling.
Yeah, because I'm out.
All right,
I
you
warp us back to
you're
Handling.
you're talented at this, as you kind of already know. Um, and we end up back in Pantolin, possibly. All right, Pandolin. And where were you thinking, Rich?
Eddie's office.
You end up back in the office. Uh, which one of you was holding the book?
Well, Rich tried to read it last, so I'm
Um,
assuming
I guess
he
I
is.
am.
So you guys get back in this office, and immediately, uh, Angus, your mom sees that book, and she stands up, and she says, "Get that book out of here."
Okay.
Know what this is, Angie?
Yeah, that book is nothing but trouble. Get it out of here.
Okay, I hand it to Angus and tell him to take it somewhere. Take it to my house.
Oh, you hand it to me and tell me to take it to your house.
I need to ask Patty something about Bob because Bob's still dying. And
All right, fine. I'll be a gopher.
Patty, is there anything I can do to help? Oh yeah, I'm safe now. Is there anything I can do to help Bob?
I'm so glad to see you're okay. Um, Bob's not looking good. I've tried everything. I've been looking at old books. I I think he was stabbed with some kind of dark magic sword. Anytime I add a potion,
Oh, could light
it's it just pools, and then the blood still oozes around it. The wound is like it's like nothing I've ever seen.
Does that mean light magic could counter it?
I'm not I'm not sure. this is all new stuff. I mean, old stuff, but new stuff to. I mean, that kind of power's been locked away for years. I mean, until you, your dad.
Okay, hold that thought. Angie, I know you don't like that book and you don't like talking about it, but I need to know what it is. And
That
Angus tried to read it. All we saw was blank pages.
it's because it can only be read by uh, a dragon, uh, someone of dragon blood,
Ugh. Like Crib were here. Or
and
Nora would probably want it.
whoever claims ownership of the book, they can teleport you to a world that of their own creation to make you feel comfortable in your own prison.
That's the book my dad used to take me and Angus to our own worlds where we saw things, where it was a world where me and Patty were married and had children. And my mom was there.
Well, yes, your dad would definitely be able to control that book along with any of the Betha sisters.
Regardless of what you think, it's better that I have it now. They can't use it against us. So
I
it's in a
don't
safe place now with me.
I don't think anyone should have it.
Oh, I'll destroy the thing if you want me to. Don't worry. If there's a
I
way to do it, I'll do it.
I think that if your dad still walks this earth, he's gonna stop at nothing to get that book back. He needs that book to complete his prophecy.
Oh, oh, if there's a way to destroy that thing, it's done.
Well, this is where we are gonna stop this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, we will pick up where we left off as soon as we can. Anything you boys want to say before we go?
Come back next time.
Glad I survived again.